For the sake of just making sure that things are recorded, I'm going to rewrite them on the worksheet on here so you guys can see it as well too. Let's start with number 1. Haya did number 1. All right, Haya. Now, okay, just as like a quick recap before we go into all these, you guys tell me what were the 5 ways that we could prove triangles congruent. List them off. So a lot of people saying a lot of letters, and I'm just assuming you guys had them all. But either way, side, in no in particular order, side, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, and then HL. So a question that comes in like when we're looking at all these is like, well, how do I know which one to use? It all depends on the pieces that you have in the picture. And then when you guys are writing your proofs, like actual proof for it, it all depends upon the pieces that you list in your proofs, okay? So for any one of these, if I have 2 angles and a side, then I know I'm going to use either one of these 2, either angle, side, or angle, side, angle. What's the difference between the 2? If the line is connected to the 2 angles, or if the 2 angles are connected by the segment that I know, which one is it, Teague? Angle, side, angle. Good. Haya, what were you going to say? Something similar? Yeah. And then if your side is not connecting the 2 angles, then it's angle, side. Okay? So we'll drill down and look at that in particular here. So, Haya, what'd you have for number 1?
I said angle, side, angle, because the side is like between 2 angles.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty clear visual of like, okay, grab that, Teague. I know that I have 2 angles in each one of the triangles, and then it's the side that's connecting those 2 angles. Awesome. Thank you so much.
But I'll take that one.
Okay, you can have that one.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. So this is a pretty clear visual of like, okay, this side that's marked connects those 2 angles. So because of that, it's angle, side, angle, okay? You can almost read these in order as you go around the picture. So if I like start at like a vertex that's not used and I like trace around a picture, what's the order of the pieces I come across? It would be angle, side, angle. You know what I mean? So that's another way that you can do it as well too. Okay, good. So then we said that was angle, side, angle. Okay, let's look at number 2. Who did 2? Can I prove them congruent, Prabnor?
No.
Why?
Oh, there's no data.
Good. So you can say not enough info, or we could say a angle does not work. Good. All right, cool. What about number 3? Who did number 3 for me on the board? Me. What'd you say, me?
S.
Cool. Now, they only give you 2 sets of sides, right? However, what can I say about that last set of sides?
I just added it.
What do you mean you added it? Like in your picture, right?
Yeah.
How do I know that that's congruent, though? Haya bailing you out. It's reflexive, right? So because of that, then I would have all 3 sets of sides. So we could say yes by side. Okay. All right, number 4. Who did number 4 on the board? KC. What do you got, Kyle?
I said it was HL and thought it was yes.
Why did you say it was HL? Talk me through it a little bit. You're right. Okay. What does the H stand for?
I don't really remember. I
Oh.
don't think I was here that day.
Hypotenuse. Can I say, so the HL only works with right triangles, okay? Yours is a right triangle for number 4. Do I know the hypotenuses are congruent?
Yeah, because it's like 2 dashes.
No, no, you're right. Hypotenuse has 2 dashes. Good. Okay. Now, vertical angle, I would know that that's also a right angle as well, too. Okay, so my hypotenuses are congruent. Do you know what the L stands for?
Oh, what?
Yes. Do I have a pair of legs congruent
Uh,
in the picture? Well, let me cancel that. Yeah, these guys down here, right? So then there's my hypotenuse here. I have a pair of legs congruent. Do I know it's a right triangle? Yes, because they gave me it's a right angle. The other one's vertical angle. So I would say yes by HL. Remember, HL is like a way that we could do angle side or side angle or whatever. But again, it only works with a right triangle. Okay? All right. What about number 5? Who did number 5 on the board? Ryan, that was you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you say?
Angle, side, angle.
Another clear visual of angle, side, angle. How'd you know it was angle, side, angle, not angle, angle, side?
Because this side connects both angles.
Good. All right, cool. Number 6. Who did number 6? What do you got for me, Clark?
Would it be side angle side?
Well, so for here, we've got one set of sides, and then we have an angle here. The other angle that we can get in the picture, where'd you put your number 6 at, Clark? In red? Oh, you looked at number 4, my guy. You put number 4 up there.
Oh, shoot.
That's all right. Well, it's okay. Look at number 6 up on the board, okay? Little bow tie triangle. So they give us one set of angles, they give us one set of sides.
Side.
You said what?
Angle side.
Yeah, because what other piece of information can we get for free?
The vertical angle.
Right. So I could say these angles in the middle are congruent because they're vertical, and then it would be yes by angle, side. Good job, Clark. Now again, it's angle, side because the side is not connecting the two angles that I know. Hi, what's up? Do you have a question? Landon, what's up?
How's the ratio like a test gonna be with these and proofs?
Well, I'll put it this way. I wouldn't say it's too far off from what you're looking at right now. Like I can't give you as many proofs as these because the proofs take much longer, right? But, you know, I'm still going to give you 3 proofs, 4. I don't know. I haven't decided on a number yet. I haven't made a quiz yet for it. But I'm still going to give you a couple of proofs. But you guys will also have some of these as well, too. But then again, you know, these aren't worth as many as the proofs are. So, okay. 7. Who did 7 for us? What'd you say, Chris?
Side angle side.
He's-
Not enough.
Which one is it, dude? Okay. Well, I'll put it this way. For what they mark on there, it's not enough, right? Because you only have 2 pairs of information. You need a third. Can I get a third?
Yeah.
Which third piece can I get?
The angle.
Yeah. So because, and I can safely assume that. Like I can put that in my picture because I know they are vertical angles, so I know they're congruent. Like there's a difference between saying like what I just marked in blue and what I'm about to mark in red. Like I can't just say that by looking at the picture because I don't know that for sure. Like there's no parallel lines or anything like that. But I can safely assume that those 2 angles are congruent because they're vertical. So then if I mark that, then it's yes by what? Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Okay, well, what kind of pieces of information do you have? How many pairs of sides do you have?
2.
2 pairs of sides,
Side angle side.
so side, angle, side. So you have 2 pairs of sides and 1 angle, so side, angle, side. Cool, we got there. All right, what about 8? Who did 8? Did no one do 8? That's the easiest one on there. What is 8? Yes, the easiest one on there. We have 3 pairs of sides, so yes by side, side, side. Egregious. What about 9?
Not possible.
Why not?
Not enough.
Yeah. And they give us these pair of angles. Did someone put up 9?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sparrow?
No,
Why not?
because there's nothing congruent at all.
Yeah. Well, so there's one pair of angles, right? I can get one more piece of information. What other piece of information can I get? Yeah, so I can get that reflexive side, but then is that enough? No, because I need 3 pairs, so it's still not enough info. So no, not what? All right, 10. Who done it? Julia. What'd you say, Julia? Side, angle, side, because I can say that that reflexive side is congruent. So I'd say yes by side, angle, side. All right, cool. Questions on those? You guys ready to write some proofs? Proof completion looked pretty good as I walked around. It looks like you guys gave an honest effort on the proofs, which I appreciate, unless you chatted with GPT and it did it for you. But let's see. The picture's not too, is it too pixelated for Chat GPT to help you out, or is it still decipher it?
No, it works.
All right, so then let's look at the number 1.
Still works.
Okay. I am not naive, and like I know that those tools are out there, obviously. I'll say this, like, I give you guys completion homework for doing it. So like there's to a certain degree, you can just slop something down and be like, yeah, it looks good. But like, man, tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like when you get to it and you don't have the tool that's there with you, like that's when you've got to pull from yourself to actually understand how to do the proofs. And like me giving you homework is not like, you know, I'm not super excited about you guys just going home and doing math. Like that's not what I'm thinking about. Like I'm trying to get you guys to like build your like knowledge on this stuff. And that's the purpose of practice. It's the purpose of homework. Okay. So then the way that works, I mean, I don't need to give you guys the speech, right? You've had the speech before, whatever. So I'll just say this, like, you know, if you're using ChatGPT, if you're using like AI to carry you through, like once you get to your assessments is when you're going to fall in your face. Now, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say never use it ever. Like it's a good tool. You can use it for a ton of stuff, like not even math related. But like if you're absolutely stuck on a problem, I would rather you guys go to your friend and be like, yo, Max, like how do I do this proof? Or instead, like, but if, you know, if there's no other resort, like ChatGPT or like any other AI resource or whatever, like Photomath or whatever.
Does it even work anymore?
Does it not? I don't know. But either way, like the things are out there and they can be beneficial. And like as a last resort, it can somehow like help explain steps. But it might show you things that like either we don't, I don't know, like ways to solve proofs that we just don't do in this class or like, so, you know, it might feed you information that's not really relevant to what we're doing. So all I'm saying is just be cautious. I'm not naive. Like I know those things are out there. So, but okay. Anyway, what am I doing first? Yeah. My objective as a teacher is to teach you guys well enough so that you don't feel as if you need to do it. But there's only so much of that I can control. And then DK bisects JE. I mean, guys, this came straight from that reference sheet that I gave you. Like, I'd rather you go to that reference sheet first before you go to ChatGPT. And if you use that reference sheet, let's pull that bad Larry up.
We use that on the quiz.
No. But if I use it to help me out, like, let's see, drive, no, not that, no, not that, right here. Proof reference sheet, boom. This is one I filled it out with fourth period, so it might look a little different than yours. But we did put in there, if you are given two parallel lines, from that you can state that you have two congruent angles, either by alternate interior angles or corresponding angles, okay? So if I look at like what I have here, I listed two parallel lines as a given. Now I want to list two angles that are congruent. So you guys tell me, if I know that those lines are parallel, which two angles would be congruent? Don't look at me. Answer ain't written on my face. It's on the board or it's on your worksheet. If I know that these lines are parallel to each other, which angles could I say are congruent by alternate interior angles?
D and K and K.
Yeah, so I can say angle D is congruent to angle K, and then angle J is congruent to angle E. And then literally on that proof reference sheet, it says it's either one of two reasons. Either it's because of alternate interior angles or it's because of corresponding angles. Which one do we have here? Good, alternate interior. So I would just say alternate interior angles theorem. That's what that reference sheet is designed to do, is just feed you that information, just like ChatGPT. So there's two angles. I need a side up in here. Well, let's use the other given, right? So it says DK bisects JE. So what does that mean if I say segment bisector, you guys say?
2 equal parts.
Couldn't you just can't you just do this in 3 steps? Because if they're parallel, then that means that they're congruent, right?
No. They're parallel doesn't imply congruence. It just says that they're parallel. Yeah. What sides could I get though? DK bisects JE. That's getting cut in half. What are my two congruent parts? You said what? On that blue highlighted segment, what would be my two congruent parts that come out of that? EG and GJ. Good job. So then I would say EG congruent to GJ. What's my reason for that?
Definition of segment
Definition of segment
bisector.
bisector. Great, there's a side. So now, did I show enough to say the triangles are congruent?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now I'd write that proof statement, which would be EGD and JGK. Now I need a reason. We said these angles were congruent, and we said these angles are congruent. We did two angles and a side. So my question is it angle, side, angle, or angle, angle, side? You said what, Max? It's angle, angle, side, because the side is not connected to the two angles that I showed. Good. So I'd say angle, angle, side, THM. It's a four-stepper. All right? Questions there? Another one. What can you tell me about this next proof? What do I have to use at some point? Definition of what? Not definition of midpoint.
Segment bisector.
Yeah, segment bisector I'll use. I agree with that. What else do I have to use at some point? Look at your proof statement. When you have a proof statement that looks like that, what does that mean we have to use? CPCTC. Most of our proof statements were like one triangle is congruent to another triangle. But when it's just a pair of segments congruent or a pair of angles congruent, I know I'm going to use CPCTC. All right, here we go. Last night, I walked out to my car to get, I think, my school bag so I could grade your quizzes or whatever. And there was a stray cat outside, and so I went CPCTC. No, dude, it ran away. It's like, get that geometry out of here. I don't have any cats. I used to have cats. No more. I don't think I'll ever have another cat.
Why not?
I peed everywhere. Had to replace my carpet a bunch of times. Sucked. Sometimes they get old, they get bladder problems, stuff like that. Territory, they lose their mind. I got a dog. I got a Lukey dog. You guys seen Luke, though. Okay. Anytime I write a proof, start by writing my givens. And then what? Use your vocab. So you guys told me I'm going to use definition segment bisector, right? Okay, so BN is being bisected. So you guys tell me, what am I gonna, what's that congruent segment gonna look like? BX congruent to XN. Good. And then you guys said definition segment bisector. My other given was a pair of angles congruence. Now I have a pair of angles and a pair of sides. So let's say you write your givens down, you're not sure what to do. And then you realize, oh, I got to use vocab. So then you use vocab, and then you got another set of segments congruent. But that's not quite enough information because we need three pieces that are congruent to each other. Where is another place I can go to get some information? A picture. Good. I'm glad you guys are remembering the things that I'm saying. So DL bisects BN. So then we said that those segments were congruent. And then XLN, which is here, is congruent to XDB, which is there. Okay? What other piece of information can I get for free from the picture? Okay, so what's that mean, Prabnar? What can I do with that? Yeah, but I'm going to do something else with X. Vertical angles is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to say that these angles are congruent to each other in the middle. Okay? All right, so then that's BXD is congruent to angle BXD LXN. And then the reason for that would be VAT, vertical angle theorem. Okay. I've done the things. I've shown two angles and a side. Question, which way would I prove the triangle's congruent? Angle, side, angle, or angle, angle, side? No. Yes, because the side that I know, this side right here, does not connect the two angles that I know. So it would be angle, angle, side. Or if you start at a point that's not used and you go around, you would get angle, angle, side. Or if you went the other way, you get side, angle, angle, which same thing, okay? All right, so then I'm gonna prove the triangle's congruent. So triangle, let's say BXD is congruent to triangle LXN. And then the reason for that we just fought about was angle, angle, side theorem. So the part that's different with the CPCTC proof is the part that I'm about to write in blue. Now that I know those triangles are congruent, what can I say about all their corresponding parts? They're all congruent. So then I can say what I want to prove, which is LN is congruent to DB. And then the reason for that is CPCTC. Hey, Nanya. All right, questions there? Okay, cool. All right, third and final proof. Here we go. Just have you take it in here. Is that cool? Anywhere you want. Ananya's taking a quiz. Say good luck, Ananya. All right. Let's do the last one, number 3. Okay. Very pixelated, but that's all right. We can overcome. What am I doing first? XW parallel to YZ. And then angle X congruent to angle Z. So they gave me one congruence piece in there. That's pretty good. Pair of angles. So at least I have something. All right. What should we do from there? What do I do after I write my givens? You said what? You said what? WZ is congruent to XY. How would I know that, Prabnor? I won't be able to say that.
Angle X is equal to angle Z because alternate interior.
Well, they tell me that already. But I am going to use alternate interior angles, just not with X and Z. Okay, well, I could do that. WY is congruent to WY. I'll play their game. How do I know WY is congruent to WY? Okay, all right. So there's a freebie that I can get. I like it. It gives me a side. Okay, but let's go back to what Braden was talking about. In your cheat sheet, it says if you have lines that are parallel to each other, from there you can get congruent angles, right? So I need to figure out which angles would be congruent. They already told me X and Z, but this line is parallel to that line cut by this transversal. So my alternate interior angles would be here and there. No, not there, dummy. Underneath. So here and here. Okay, so we have to write what angles that would be. I can't just say angle W and angle Y though. I have to say angle ZYW. Okay, ZYW is congruent to, what's the other angle then, Braden? YWX. Or XWY. Let's do that. And then the reason for that would be alternate interior angles theorem. So like us making that assertion is the equivalent of us using vocabulary from a given. The vocab was the fact that those lines were parallel. Okay. All right. So I've got two angles and a side. My question is it angle side angle or angle angle side?
Angle side angle.
No. Man, we are striking out on that, guys. Yeah, so like here's one angle right here. Here's another angle right there. And then here's the side. The side does not connect those angles. So it's angle, angle, side. If I knew that XW was congruent to YZ, then it would be angle, angle, side. But unfortunately, that's not the piece of information that I know. So my last statement would be to write my proof statement. Triangle WXY is congruent to triangle YZW. And then the reason for that is angle side theorem. Okay. All right, questions there? Okay, let's go back to your cheat sheet real quick. I can't remember, I think the only thing that I put on here, so like this is what I put on there when I did it with fifth period. I think the only thing, so it's probably in a different order, but I think the only thing on there that I put that you guys don't have, you have both segment bisector and angle bisector, correct?
Yeah, just isosceles.
Okay, yeah, I think isosceles triangles is the only thing that I didn't put on there for you guys. So if you're given that that a triangle is isosceles, from there you can get two congruent sides by definition of isosceles. There's more things that we can put on there, but I feel like this is the main part that we need to know. We did the two lines below that, right? The reflexive sides and the vertical angles. Yeah, we said that. That's a major key. And then I want to elaborate a little more on the bottom. I started filling it out with fifth period, but do it with you guys too. Okay, so on the bottom, there's those 5 ways to prove triangles congruent. So I probably did them in a different order than you guys, right? They just listed them randomly. So like their first one was angle, side, angle. What was your first one yesterday? Okay, so for side, angle, side, here's what you guys would say. You would say, it should say 2 pairs, so you should put the word pairs there. Sorry, you can't read that. Let me rewrite it so you can actually read it. Pairs. So it's 2 pairs of congruent sides and the included angle between them. That's what you would need to show for side, angle, side. What did you guys have below side, angle, side?
Side, side, side.
Okay, that's easy to figure out. What would I need to show for side, side, side? Yeah, it's 3 pairs of congruent sides. And then what was below side, side, side?
Angle, side, angle.
Okay, so then that's written up above. 2 pairs, congruent angles, and the included side. I'll leave that up there for a second, then we'll do the last 2. You good? Okay. All right, for angle, angle, side, we're just going to say 2 pairs of congruent angles and non-included side. So 2 pairs of congruent angles and the non-included side. For HL theorem, there's 3 things that I want you guys to write down. First is hypotenuse congruent. Second is the L. What's the L stand for, Kyle?
Leg.
Legs congruent. So 1 pair of legs congruent. And then there's a third thing that you guys need to show for HL theorem. Does anybody remember what it is? Yeah, more so right triangle. So you have to state right triangles. And then you can do it by HL. All right. Okay, I think that's pretty good on the reference sheet. I have two things I want to give to you guys. One exercise is going to take us 3 minutes. So I'm going to give you this first. I want you guys to do it in 3 minutes. We'll talk about it, and then I'll send you guys home with an additional piece of paper so you guys can practice if you will.
3 minutes?
State right triangles.
That was not necessary. I'm gonna.
This worksheet that I'm giving you guys, I want you to do this real quick, right now.
Yeah.
You guys have a, you have it,
All right, there's no proofs on this. It's just whether you can prove them congruent by side, angle, side, 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 whatever. Do this real quick. I don't even know if I have this in my files. Let's see. I don't think I do. No, you're doing this right now, and we're gonna check it in 2 minutes. Yeah, it's just like just write side angle side or side 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 or whatever at the top part, and the bottom part's real short. No. By the time I'm done actually finding this worksheet, I want you guys to have it completed. No, that's not it. All right, here we go. What'd you guys get for number 1? Yes. Angle, side, angle. Good, because you can get the reflexive side down the middle. Okay, what about for number 2? Angle, angle, side. You can get that vertical angle right here in the middle. So yes, angle, angle, side. What about number 3? Side, angle, side for that one. Brother. And just wiped off everything that was on there. That's cool. So yes, by side, angle, side because of that reflexive side that's there. Okay, cool. What about number 4? Yes, why, Ryan? HL theorem. It's a right triangle. You have this hypotenuse is congruent and the side's congruent. That angle is not between the sides, so we couldn't do side, angle, side. What about 5?
Angle side.
Nope, close though.
Side, angle side.
Actually, it's not going to work, is it? You have those vertical angles, and then there's sides here and here, but is the angle between the two sides? No, this is angle side side. Can we do angle side side? No. Be cussing at me. So no. Side side angle does not work. You see how I did that there? All right, what about number 6? Why? Good job, Prabnar. So yes, by side, side, side. All right, and then down below, it says state what information is required in order to know that the triangles are congruent. What'd you say? For which one? 6? It looks like there's right triangles, but I don't know that those are actually right angles. I would have to know that they're like perpendicular or something like that. And they don't tell me that. Okay, if I were to prove 7 congruent by side, 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 what other piece of information would I need to know? One more side, which would be what? What sides? Good job. If I were to prove 8 congruent by angle, angle side, What other pieces of information would I need to know? I would know the vertical angles. That's assumed. What other piece of information would I need to know? What would be my last pair of angles? Angle E and angle A, not G and C, because then it would be angle side angle. Good. So angle E congruent to angle A. All right, what about 9? Angle side angle is what we want. I can assume these because vertical angles. So it would be the last piece of information I would need to know. Now Braden's getting it. BG is congruent to GH. I need the side that's, no, not GH. GF. Because that's the other side that I know. So BG and GF. All right. Oh, last but not least, side angle side for this one. I know the two sides. What angles would I need? Not E and W. Just give me one letter. I need the angle that is between the sides in each case. So Max says X, and what else? It'd be X and E. So angle X is congruent to angle E. Okay? All right. I knew you guys could do that in like 3 minutes, so I just want to do that quick exercise. Now what I'm going to do is give you one last review. I'm not going to check this for credit tomorrow. Okay? So it's totally optional. But if you want good practice for the quiz, that's what this is for. If I get a chance, I'll post a key online, but no promises. I may or may not review, I don't know, a couple of these problems before we take a quiz, but this will be good practice. Do 2 more. Remember knocking them? We good?
Sometimes we get none and sometimes.
All right. Do these. This is a good study guide for you. Make sure you study these. Tomorrow you'll face proofs and.
I've studied
I haven't decided yet. I haven't made it yet.
One?
One massive proof.
Yeah.
No, it should be one step.
What? Just a little baby guy?
Yeah.
Ah!
Sorry for
Oh man, did you guys enjoy that fire drill this morning?
Oh, it's cutting time got us lost.
That went off. That was like, I'm ready.
Yep. My grandma.
Fire drill.
So,
All right. There you go.
dude, she's not my grandma.
What year's girl?
What? No.
That's just like a fun. Let me get some
Can I email it to you, Prabmar? A PDF, is that all right?